Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blanks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Hi, everybody.
We're back to talk 90 Day Fiance the other way. This is season 6, episode 7, A Risky Business. Make sure you like to subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all the reality TV coverage. Check out all of our playlists. We are covering a ton of shows. Ending the summer strong. There are some August premieres still to come as well. And we already have some fall staples, Golden Bachelorette, Survivor, things waiting for us there. So whatever your flavor is, we probably have you covered. All right, Brian, I just gonna say at every beginning of every episode, I love this show. It is a great 1 hour pick me up, especially when we're kind of watching Bachelorette at the same time. We again always learn something more every week. It peels back, Brian, and I just think that this was another really good week for that. I'm going to start with Tata. I am going to start with James. We got a real look into the banana chip business here, Brian. And man, I was kind of like, I guess this might be kind of they're kind of boring. This is kind of going too well. They're sharing with the parents, and the parents are like have this really noble sense of honor where they feel like they need to take care of her, even though she's been married for years and living in another country. But she starts breaking down, Brian. Then the father's getting up and having her kiss the mother's feet. The husband is confused. She won't translate, she won't talk, she'll only translate for him. What a goddamn mess.
She's the worst person on the show. I'm seeing through the BS of the crying here. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh,
Because I feel bad for the parents because they're like, oh, we need to take financial responsibility for you. And it's like, once you're 18 or 21, like it's over. She's married. It's done. You don't need to take care of her anymore. Unless you're like literally falling on hard times. But like you don't need to pay off a car note from the US.
you need to go back home and finish paying your financial obligations and wait the year or two more it would have taken for you to pay the car off and have some money. The father and them are probably dumbfounded to find out that they have no money. They didn't even get to that part in the conversation yet. They have no idea that they have absolutely nothing. And they're saying that, hey, we need to be able to pay like the bills we have at home, but they're also not mentioning that they don't have enough to make it like 2 months.
It was like
So,
two, I think I don't remember what the currency was, but 2 million just for that car note
dude,
each month.
it was like 200,000 something
It
of
was
their
2 million. It
parents.
was 2 million. It was two
Oh my
million.
God. It's the point being is that they are going to end up unaliving these poor parents from stress.
Feels
And
so bad for the parents.
dude, I feel so bad. And it's crazy for like 5 seconds. I felt bad for James. And then I realized he also ruined his
No,
parents' lives. And I go back to hating him again instantly. Right. But it's like the guy's wife won't even talk to the parents. She's just using him as the bad guy. And she's already setting up her escape for him to leave and her to stay.
right. Then she probably does. She probably wanted to pay out the car. They wanted to skim off 96 cents from a banana chip pack. How are they going to make money off that?
They sell it for $1, Brian, and the
No, it was
cost
96 cents is what
are
that's
96
what we read.
cents. And they're saying, and he was saying that he doesn't even know what their cost is. And the fact is, if you think about the cost, Brian, the costs they have to be selling thousands on thousands for even just for the dad to be doing it for it to be above minimum wage or like poverty line level. And he's like,
Yeah,
"Do you think we
it's
can make $700 American a month?"
so that was so they said it was 15,000 was essentially 96 cents. Um, one chip pack is 15,000, whatever the currency is over there. So we're gonna do that. They need point, so we'll just round up to $1. So we'll do 700 times 15,000. They need to pay off, that's 10.5 million, whatever that currency is, and 2 point whatever is
Wrong.
gonna go to the car. They're not making that much money. Like, what are we doing here? They
The
need to sell
guy,
that shit on
Brian,
Amazon
think
and
about
charge
this.
it.
When he said that if they saved $10,000 it would last them 2 years, that's a budget of $416 a month. So that guy thought they could live on $416 a month. Meanwhile, he has to pay 700, let's pay almost double for a car that he doesn't even have anymore. It's just sitting in a lot somewhere.
And that, like you said, 14 is still 6.2 million of whatever that currency is. So it's just still like it's crazy. Like And somebody actually commented on the video last week about like, oh, he didn't get in an accident. Like he messed it up the car. Like he didn't
Yeah.
need to get it repaired. He should have just left it. So kudos to that person that left that comment. We appreciate it because we're not going to do that kind of deep diving. But again, it
Well,
just
I
kind
knew
of
it
says
had
what
to
you're
be
saying.
his fault. That's the only way you end up paying for it. Insurance doesn't pay for
Yeah,
it.
just leave the car. You're not, you just leave it, just donate it, pay the towing fee to a dump. And you could probably get like, you'd have to pay like $200 if you're scrapping it.
Meanwhile, she's worrying about bringing the dog over.
You could sell that dog for like
Don't
50
even-
million of whatever that currency is. It's a disaster. That is a disaster.
It's so
I've
funny.
watched every season of the show, and this is a disaster. It's a
It's
disaster.
so, there's such a wake of disaster in their past. The parents, the brother, the other parents,
They're
the
ruining.
other family businesses. This is the next family business they're going to destroy.
They're like Galactus of the 90 Day Fiance
They're,
universe. They're just
they're
like
worse than, yeah. They're not Thanos. They don't take half. They take everything.
yeah, they just consume family businesses, leave
Family
it in like its
business,
wake.
family lives.
It's so sad. I feel so bad. Like when they're like, we got to take. I just felt bad for the parents there. I really did. Like
It's going so funny. So sad, but it's
comedy.
so funny.
They really. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna move on to another one that I find extremely sad but extremely funny. It's Corona. Corona and Ingi, man. The dumping of information she threw on this guy about like how hard it was for her to get into Penn and how selective it was and the opportunities she gave up and blah blah blah. And he's like had such a normal person answer. He's like, "Well, can you go back next semester?" And the fact that she's like, also, I've been soft partnering you, so just get ready for me to come in hard. And I'm like, Corona, for someone who's so smart, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. And that's why
Yeah.
when we show our power rankings, she's very high up in my negative rankings because when I people that are objectively intelligent making such bad decisions, and also the way she's kind of treating this dude's kind of like a big teddy bear. I mean, I don't think he plays Dungeons and Dragons, like,
He's a loser.
but he's not a bad guy.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad
And he
guy.
didn't trick
He's a
her,
loser.
and he didn't force her to come over or do any of the things that usually the people that are on the other side usually do. She's doing all of it. She's gaslighting the shit out of this dude.
There's one common theme of the people on this show, and they all are dumb.
They're
Don't
delusional.
do
Was on
they don't
they're
yeah, they're delusional and dumb.
delusional,
They're very selfish, very dumb.
selfish, delusional, dumb.
DDS.
DSD. The STD of TLC. Um, yeah. I mean,
The
look, this
butt
this one
smacking.
is also heading. She's got to basically either decide to fully settle and end up just being a Icelandic nurse or a midwife, or go back to America and get your damn degree that you want. Like, but this guy is like, he's not going anywhere. He's happy. He's got his little life. He's in a little village. He makes enough money. He's got his little closets. And she's coming in there saying she's going to start hard parenting, hard, like basically is like hard parenting him. It's not going to work.
Yeah, this is one I'm totally unsure of because I think she could get a job there,
Oh,
which
yeah.
might stabilize them. But again, it's like it could also be like the not the fear of missing out, but the regret of leaving.
If she doesn't shut up about how what she gave up, it's going to, if she keeps putting that in his face, it wouldn't last for anybody.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. This is the one that I'm unsure of how it goes. We just haven't seen a lot of them. They don't always make the episode cut.
No, they don't. Let's move on, Brian. Let's check in on Dempsey and Statler, the Van Girls. A real come up episode again for Statler. I've always been pretty pro Statler, even when she was complaining. At least she was telling the truth. And I don't really have anything negative to say about Statler. I still will say, Brian, I think Dempsey's a big bum.
Oh yeah, she's a carny. You got to
She
remember
is
to
a
respect that.
huge bum, and she's high up on my negative rankings as well because she is such a freeloading bum, and she's gonna have this poor girl working while she is a tourist. And I think she is going to put it. Let's just put it this way, guys. No one will ever get above Tata and James. They've destroyed too many lives, but like there is an argument to be made that by the end of the season, I could see Dempsey as being my least favorite person besides those two.
Yeah, I don't have her that high yet, but just because
Me
I need to
neither. Not
see,
yet.
I need to see it in action. I need to see her fully in action in a scene.
She's dead middle for me right now.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Um,
Um,
but
the
Statler, I
van's
just
nice.
I was gonna make a joke, two girls, one van, but Statler is eh, we didn't watch that season with her in it, so maybe we're missing some of the context here. That's kind of I know some people who watch the show, I know watch the whole universe.
Before the other way, like
Yeah, what is it like pre 90 days? Or like yeah,
before the
before the
90
90 day.
day.
It's crazy.
Too
They're
many.
just
I'm gonna
shoveling
catch
in
up on
money.
that
They're
though.
shoveling in money.
We need to have we need interns. We need a TLC side channel. There's so many shows, dude, that like would be so fun to just be a little tipsy on and watching like the
So
pregnant.
you want to do our version of Pillow Talk?
Yeah, I want to do our version of Pillow Talk with like the teen moms and like the thruples and then like the 700-pound sisters. Like that shit's cool. That's like,
Oh God.
but that's like freak show hour where we review like five of them in one like sitting because they're all just it is literally freak show.
I feel like we get canceled.
I don't give please we get canceled for a lot worse. Um
We're working
let's
on
get
TLC. We're working on it slowly.
yeah, we're working on it. And we need to reach out to our people and see if we can get any of these people. I would die. Um okay, so let's move on. Last one, our new couple. Shawn and Joanne. Shawn is from Ireland. He's in his late 20s. We had Joanne, a divorced mother of two in her early 40s from New York, 18-year-old and a 12-year-old, I believe
Yeah,
he
12.
was.
Yeah.
And we don't know anything else about them. They seem like a show. We haven't seen any of the negative or dark side of the relationship yet. So there's not a lot to judge on there, but I will just flat out go and say I don't like her right now. I am a new parent. I and I cannot imagine like lying to my kid about something that important, like being engaged, and also the fact that I'm leaving and like, well, you could come if you want, but like I'm going, but I'll come back like every month for 2 weeks. It's like I'd be like, Ma, just go. Like, see ya. Beat it. I don't like want you and your Irish boyfriend. Like it's weird, right?
No, it's definitely weird. Lying to your kids is definitely weird. It'd be different if they both were 18. Like I think it's more on the 12-year-old one that's just like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. What is it? He's like a chunkier Conor McGregor.
The
I don't
voice.
mind him though. I mean, he's just living his life.
He's not
There's
doing anything, and I don't get the vibe that I mean, I don't know. Did you catch in that convo? He told his daughters. Do the daughters know about her?
I don't remember.
I don't know if they said that. So I'd be curious because I don't get the vibe that he's like telling her to hide it from her kids. I think this is her. It's again, she's the parent, so it is her. It is on her. Like she, even if the guy wanted her to hide it, like she
Yeah.
still should tell him. I I I wonder it being like a 12-year, like the 18-year-old gets it, right? The 18-year-old knows there's something up. Like the 18-year-old's like, well, what if I don't like him? And but he knows like there's a weird reason why there's like a camera there, right? Like this kid could do a couple quick Googling or like he knows it's a TLC show. It's not going to be that complicated to kind of figure out. But like, what's this 12-year-old gonna think, man? I'm like kind of
Yeah.
cringe to see like if I hope frankly they don't show them telling him for the first time on camera. That's
No, that'd be super messed up. Yeah,
that'd
his
be
name, the
brutal.
12-year-old's name is Jesse.
Yeah, I hope Jesse, they TLC better have provided this kid with a therapist if he didn't have one already.
You think they have like little patches on their clothes, like 90 Day Fiancé crew?
They have it for Love Island. They literally have a therapist on site that they have to go like talk to like every day.
No, I mean like they see the cameras there. Like she could be lying about what the cameras
Yeah,
there.
they have fake
Like
show
fake
patches
face.
like it's
Yeah.
punked so that like they don't know what it is. They have MTV, so it's like MTV on it instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All
I
right, let's
don't
get your
like
power
it.
rankings.
Yeah. Oh, I was doing my segue.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, new segment alert, everybody. We are going to start our power rankings, worst person to least worst person. We are not doing it by couples. We are going to do it individually. So I know we are 7 episodes in, but I think that's a pretty fair time to do our first rankings. We've seen enough of plenty of them to make a fair assessment, I think. So,
And we
Brian,
finally saw the first, second, final couple.
yeah, and we've seen the final couple as well, and she's already made an impact on me. Okay, Brian, who is your number one worst person?
I mean, it's Tata, but I mean, there's no that's gonna probably be locked in all season.
Yes. Right now I have James ahead of Tata. The
Really?
only technicality for James being worse than Tata is he has already ruined his family's business. So
And I guess the monetary
twice,
value.
twice. So there's still
Yeah,
time for her though.
it's the tier, it's the fake tears to me. But like I have
It's
James
not the
number
fake
two.
disease. Notice how she hasn't mentioned her illness in a
Yeah,
few
right. Yeah,
episodes.
well, just because it's a bunch of crap. Yeah, I mean, I have James too. So like, I can't see them going anywhere unless somebody below murders somebody.
Can happen though. Who do you have as number three?
Well, you kind of influenced me here. I went with Joanne, but I
Yes.
don't know if that's gonna stay there because the next few people I have, yeah, I don't know.
I also have Joanne, the line to the children, really bad. First impression, like Brian said, they can warm on me. Maybe the kids will be into it, whatever, but not holding my breath on that. I'll give you my number four, Brian. We'll see where it matches up. I have a Shekinah.
Yeah, Shakana, me too.
Um,
This is a lot of just like we know these people. We know her. Like
I
she's
just think it's
delusional.
come this ranking for me is just in the level of stupidity of bad decisions, right? She had two very clear things that she wanted him to do. He didn't do either of them, and then she also still came and brought her dog. So
Well, yeah, and just also like last season, like it's who she's made herself to be, and like just pointing fingers at the tell-all, things like that. Like it's going to be hard for her to be lower
yeah,
than where she
she's a
is. She's going
repeat
to be in the
offender.
top six the entire time. And
Um,
I have Sarper next.
okay, you have
And the only
Sarper
reason
next.
he's lower than her is just because sometimes even though he doesn't mean to, he says things that are ridiculous, come sort of funny.
For my number six, I have Dempsey, the Carney. I think she's a freeloader, and especially once I've seen Statler be honest and have a good vibe today. It just bothers me that I know that Dempsey is going to definitely make this girl's like. I'm hope I'm wrong. I just have a vibe this is not going to be a great mystery tour in the van.
I have Corona.
I think that's very fair. I mean, I had Corona a little bit earlier, obviously. Uh,
But you have Corona? You
oh
already
no,
said
I have Corona next. Sorry,
Corona.
I have Corona next. Corona could rise for me though. I really think it's going to come down to how much she keeps throwing the midwifery stuff in this guy's face. I hope she just goes and gets a job and then they can just go see what it's like to like live together because she's only 30. So she can do it for a year or two there and then decide, I don't want to do this and still come back to America and still have that career here. And we're both older than that. Like, so trust me, you have time. Um,
I have Josh next.
yes, I have Josh as well. He's a bitch.
Yeah, them being married a lot previously and the jealousy stuff is definitely something to be concerned about.
It's the jealousy stuff for me, like you said, and it's also like your situation going in. You need to stop complaining objectively of any of the people going into another country. You're in the best situation. Yeah, you are going to lose some of your autonomy, dude. You also lost some of your autonomy when you decided to move to China.
Yeah,
So like you kind of just need to immerse in it. You need to stop worrying about the wedding. A husband doesn't double down on bad mistakes, right? So your wife definitely overspent on your house. So now what are you doing? You're having a wedding she doesn't even want to have and spending more of the money that you
yeah,
guys barely have. Like you're not getting gifts. Like
right.
be be the voice of reason in the relationship. And he's kind of he wants to have his cake and eat it too. Wants to complain about it, but also reap the rewards. And so far I don't think I think if anything, he's going to go up in my rankings.
Maybe. My
Um,
next two are Dempsey and Statler, and the only reason Dempsey is higher is because of the Carney.
I have Sarfer and Lily next. Even though Sarfer objectively is kind of a scuzzo, I think he is basically like a dog, like an actual dog who is just what you see is what you get. He doesn't really hide things very well, doesn't really try to hide things. His explanations are classic sleazeball explanations. And the fact that again, it's her dumbness that leads to this relationship being what it is. Like she's the one who keeps getting surprised by the fact there's going to be 900 women that pop out the same exact story. And he's going to be like, I don't remember that.
So you have Lily next?
No, I have Lily down. Lily's my third best. I'll do it this way. My top three nicest people right now, Shawn, because I just don't know
Shawn
anything.
is the least.
He's the nicest right now because I
Uh,
know the least about him. And from what I can tell, he hasn't lied to his children yet. Now, if he has, he'll shoot way up next week. I have Statler as the second nicest. She might be a little quirky and shit, but like I think she's actually provided a lot of entertainment. I really liked her conversations with like the used car dealer early in the
um,
season and her friends, all of it, and her just being honest. I kind of there's a sense that just kind of endearing to me about her just being honest about how kind of one-sided and shitty this seems to be.
and what's the third one? Is it Ingi?
What?
What's your third one?
Lily.
Where's Ingi for you?
Oh yeah, I don't have Ingi in here. Um, Ingi would probably be below Lily and Sarf, in between Lily and Sarfer. So he'd be
So
like
why
four
I'm just
for
why
me.
do you like Lily? Why is Lily not why is she where she is for you?
Lily, well, no, but Lily is top three nice.
I know, but what's not having her at the nicest for you?
She's the most generous for sure. I mean, I'll
So
give
she
you
I
that.
have her as my as the
No,
nicest.
I think she's
I
a
have her.
very deserving number one. Like I said, the Sean thing is more so I didn't really have anywhere to put him. So like you could almost say you eliminate him per se out of consideration. I just have Statler because I think I've just seen the most honest humanness out of her. I don't think it's saying like comparing like a better person per se. Like I do think Lily I don't think Lily's going to be perfect in it though, right? Like if we believe him, he told her that like he just wanted to live in an apartment. She bought like a $500,000 house and she will definitely
But
be
if she's
reminding him a lot of the money stuff. So again, I that's still for me top three nice. I don't
yeah.
really have a bad thing to say about her,
So I
but
have if we're going in still the power ranking of worst to least worst, I have Ingi third from the bottom, Sean two, and then Lily is the nicest because she has a successful business. So I think she's used to kind of living in luxury. And again, I don't believe fully that Josh is like, I said I want to live in he said it, but again,
he probably didn't
watching
really
this
protest.
watching this show, I don't believe everything that everyone says on a confessional.
Well, they would be what we would call an unreliable narrator,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah. So
Okay, well,
rest-
I think that we gave a really good analysis here. I'm really looking forward to considering these power rankings. I'll maybe look this week. I'll see if I can make something on Canva and like we can like tweet it out. It'd be kind of cool. I'll work on that. It'll be a little fun, little distraction for me one night. I'll do a little Canva thing, and then it'll just be set for the rest of it. Like use for other shows and stuff too. Um, if you're into this show, we are covering plenty of other reality shows, a little bit of different flavors. If you're into shows like this, we did cover all of MILF Manor season two. We did cast interviews with some of the cast members. You can go back and check that out. We have done other episodes in the past of 90 Day Fiancé. Like I said, we were covering The Bachelorette. We were covering Claim to Fame, two different iterations of Love is Blind Mexico, and Love is Blind UK. Brian's doing Love in Hip Hop Atlanta. They're making like an album or something, Brian.
yeah, just doing like a joint album. We haven't gotten there yet, but
They're dropping a mixtape right now in the season, everyone. So be there or be square. Check out all of our other playlists. If it's a big reality TV show, we probably have you covered. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.